What's up, everybody? You're watching Steel City MotoVlogs. I'm Derek T, your host, and things are a little different here. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2023. This is actually my very first motovlog video of the year. It's about 37 degrees outside today. I've been doing some riding around, seeing some people for work, and I had a little time left on my hands before it started getting dark outside, so I kind of wanted to take advantage and head somewhere to a park and get a little bit of practice in my aerial flight skills with the drone, but I'll come back to that in just a little bit. Being that it's 37 degrees outside, I am rocking my hot wired heated jacket and glove liners. The only thing different that I did was I put on a different pair of gloves, a little bit more manageable on a day like today. It isn't as cold, and so I didn't think I needed the big thick gloves, and I'm definitely able to move my hands a lot easier with the liners in these gloves than I was in the Sedicis, but they're still going to come in handy on those colder days. So that's not money that I'm wasting. I just decided to go with a different pair of gloves today. I feel like I'm kind of late to the party here in 2023, being that we're 9 days in and this is the first video that I've put out in the new year. But this year I'm kind of going to do some things a little differently, in that I want to spend more time on the quality of my videos and not necessarily the quantity of my videos. I spent all of 2022 putting out a video every week, and I don't really see where that benefited me as much. And as of late, maybe the last 3 or 4 months, it's really starting to kind of show in my numbers that it's not really being beneficial to me to stress myself out about putting out a video every single week. I feel like in a lot of ways kind of hit that stone wall, so to speak, where the numbers are really stagnant. And for a little while I was feeling some kind of way about it, but I think I've kind of determined I'm just going to get back to doing me, doing what I like to do, and doing it because I like it and not necessarily because I'm looking for my numbers on YouTube Studio to be a certain way. I don't really have any control over what YouTube will show to other people. I don't have any control over the algorithm, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time stressing myself out about trying to crack the code. I'm just going to get back to the basics, doing what I like to do and doing it because I like to do it. And so with that being said, I did make this one small change, and I'm trying to kind of speak around it, so you're going to have to decode what I'm saying here, that videos for Steel City MotoVlogs will be available not just on this platform. So if you're joining me on a different platform, welcome to the channel. And thank you for supporting the channel. If you're still here on YouTube watching me, you know, as you were. But if you're joining me from a different platform, I welcome you and I thank you for supporting the channel. And hey, you guys are awesome. Let's just keep the party rolling. By the way, I feel like I need to clarify what I meant by focusing on the quality of the videos versus the quantity of the videos. I don't think that I was doing a shabby job of making videos, but instead of doing the short, local, around town videos that a lot of 2022 included, I'm going to be doing more traveling in 23 and bringing a lot of touring videos and content to the channel. So that's what I meant by the quality of the videos and the quality of the content. So just wanted to be clear on that. All right, speaking of touring and quality of videos and getting out and adding some extra footage, if you haven't seen this video here, this is my most recent video up until today. You might want to go back and check this video out right here. This is all about my new EXO Ranger X7 drone. that I bought on Amazon a couple of weeks ago. Merry Christmas to me. And ever since I got the drone, I have been going out and practicing flying it around, going to a lot of parks, a lot of open spaces, and I'm getting better at it, but there are definitely some bloopers that come along with this. And so I thought you all might enjoy this clip right here. Let's get to it. All right, so I thought I would go to a park where there wasn't anything around and actually a pretty good elevation as well. And so I chose Schenley Park in Pittsburgh, and you can tell that's downtown Pittsburgh in the distance up there. But this is me just practicing. The biggest thing for me so far has been learning the directional controls and kind of, you know, which ones are left and right, which ones make it go up and down, which ones make it go forward and backward. That's me standing there. And again, just kind of learning my way around the controller and working on kind of where I want my eyes to be as far as when I'm looking at the screen that's on the controller versus looking up at the drone and seeing what the drone is actually doing, and kind of learning to trust the drone, so I don't have to keep my eyes directly on it, but I'm actually starting to learn to kind of look at the screen and see what the camera is actually looking at, because that's how you're going to get your footage, is you want to see what the camera is seeing, not necessarily what the drone is doing. So I just kind of have to learn how to trust that the drone is doing the thing that I'm telling it to do, and kind of look through the eyes of the camera instead of my own eyes. In the meantime, what ended up happening was the wind started blowing. And when the wind started blowing, I started kind of losing control of the drone a little bit, and then I was kind of having trouble bringing it back to me. And you'll never believe what happened right here. Wait for it. You see the flash right there? Yeah, I landed on somebody's hood. And all that happened. So, no damage done to the car or the drone, but it was pretty embarrassing. I talked to the driver, and the driver was just fine. He ended up being blinded by the sunlight. I saw him coming, and I was trying to yell at him. He couldn't see it because the sun at this time of day, if you look at that sunset over there, I mean, it's bright. So he was having trouble seeing. And then I, didn't want to run out in front of the car. Better the drone to get hit by a car than me to get hit by a car. But everything worked out. No harm, no foul, just a little bit embarrassed. But hopefully I'll never see that driver again. So we set the drone down, got him turned back on, and that's not going to stop me from going back up in the air with it. So here we go again. So yeah, if once you don't succeed, try again, right? As long as the drone will fly. But yeah, back at it. And I actually at one point did start getting comfortable with how the drone flies, with the different combinations of movements I can make on the controller to make the drone fly directionally. Either at an angle or at a straight line or in a circle around a certain point. I did start getting a little bit more and more comfortable. I'm also watching more and more YouTube videos on this particular drone because it does have a few different modes that I honestly am just not comfortable trying out just yet, but that just comes with me building a level of trust that the drone is actually going to do what it says it's going to do automatically, and it's not just going to fly away from me and I never see it again. So I think for now I'd rather just keep things under my own control. I did register the drone for recreational use only for now. My plan is to get a Part 107 drone license, but I have a lot to learn before that, so I try to keep away from people as much as possible, and it seemed like there's started to gather more and more people in the area, and so I kind of didn't spend a whole lot of time out because I didn't want to draw any kind of negative attention from certain kinds of people who shall remain nameless. So yeah, but as you can see, I'm just kind of spinning the drone around, learning how to angle it and to fly in different on different axes of flight, so to speak. So it did get a little bit easier. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable with it now than the day that I got it. So that's a good thing. And yeah, we're just going to keep on doing it and practicing because there are going to come some moments that I'm going to want to capture, and I need to know what in the world I'm doing, and I don't want to be learning how to do it while I'm out on the road. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this. I did notice that the battery, as advertised, says supposed to give me about 25 minutes worth of flight time. I was getting low power alerts after about 15 minutes. So, you know, if I was doing a product review, I would probably ask a few questions about the battery life. They say 25 minutes. A safer bet is somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20 minutes before I changed drone batteries. And so that's not a huge problem for me, but I do know that I need to maybe grab 1 or 2 extra batteries for this drone so that I don't run out of juice in the middle of shooting a clip that I want to shoot. So, you know, no big deal. I'll just make sure I have what I need in terms of the batteries. All right, I'm not going to bore you all the way to death, but this last clip, I definitely was the most comfortable as I had been the whole day out doing this. I finally think I got an idea how to kind of fly and keep a consistent angle of flight and do some different things. I even got daring and took it up to about 200 feet in the air and then decided to bring it back down just because I got nervous with it being that high. But all in all, I'm enjoying having the drone and learning how to use it and getting better every day. And like I said, can't wait to get it out on the road with me. So, hey, again, if you are enjoying this video from YouTube, I thank you for tuning in. If you like the material, please subscribe and follow the channel. That'd be great. If you're joining from the other platform that I won't mention in this video because I don't know how it will go over, but if you're joining from a different platform, I hope that you enjoyed this as well, and I would that you would share the material on that platform as well. For now, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Derek T. You're watching Steel City MotoVlogs. You all take care. Until the next video.